So this is the place where it all comes to an end. All of our thoughts, experiences, the people that we've met and known, loved and hated, our relatives, all of our possessions, whether mental or material, here are finished. Dissolve into absolutely nothing. And where did all those thoughts come from? Where did all those experiences come from? All the people in our lives come from? They arose out of the same place we arose from in a dreamless sleep. Primordial emptiness. And I'm here to prove exactly that. This is a dismantling of all the rules and regulations that exist in the world today, internal and external, private and government. All things change, all things end, really. So we're here to accept that and to begin the revolution, the silent revolution of the ending, of offering the ending, offering the finishing, offering the resolution. Hello, your life is resolved. Your problem is fixed. Your cancer is cured. Your diabetes is fixed. This is also concerned with the power, not of necessarily being bald. Don't you dare, Greg. This is concerned with the power of not knowing. The power of not understanding. And this not knowing or this not understanding is actually the face of our authenticity, of our own capacity to question. This is a genocide of complicated thinking. This is dropping bombs of mindfulness and detachment on ignorance and attachment. Whether you like it or not, you will have to accept this reality. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Forget to leave a like and put a W in the chat. This is going to be a big, big, big session, a big awakening. So find your breath, find the awareness. Find the awareness that is not about something, not about someone, not about any particular words or phrases. Can you see or hear or feel, especially when, look away from the screen, because this is an inclusive space for all of the trolls and the naughty ones. The degenerates not so much, but the trolls, etc., it's okay. But this is a space to invite and to access primordial awareness. Free from the constraints of religion, of complicated thinking, of forms, practices, philosophies, any system of standards. There's no standard here. Awareness has no standard. Awareness has no standard. Let's get this chat cleaned up. Looks like we have the naughty bunch in here today, so we'll do a little bit of a sing-song. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now, in the now. I am solid as a mountain. I am blooming as a flower. I am as serene as the rain. I am peaceful here and now. I am peaceful here and now. So you can focus, concentrate, follow your breathing. we're going to have to raise our level of consciousness in the face of ignorance and attachment. Nobody's going to get off easy here. We're not going to be erasing the reality of Gaza, Palestine. We're not going to be erasing or getting rid of all of the suffering, all of the ignorance and attachment, all the degeneracy that is there in our lives and in the world. It's all going to be there. And so we have to prepare ourselves to have a relationship with this primordial awareness that is unconditional, that is not based in conditions, that is not based in what is seen, heard, felt, thought, experienced, whatever. This is a world where most people, especially Western people online, because I'm a Western person online, so I know about it. And we're experiencing it right now. Their head has been shoved up their rear end for so long that their mouth has actually become, let's put it frank, a rear end. This is very common and very normal, where we have a lot of people who think that they're well-minded and accurate and experienced and they're ready to share with the world. But in fact, there's toot 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 poop coming out of their mouths. Because they've had their... So really this is a matter of how do we take the brain, how do we take the mind, how do we take the face out of our own rear end? How do we do that? We definitely don't go and smoke weed with VX30, and that's crossing the line. That's a 1 minute timeout. We're not smoking weed here. This is really, really happening. This is really, really happening. And I'm in the process of dealing with that. And this live stream is an invitation for you also to take a look at this reality, this danger zone of truth. This is the danger zone of truth. This is off the deep end. Be forewarned. Be forewarned. This is real. This is real. And those who come here with intention turn back now. Turn the mind around. This tick-tock mind, this choo-choo-choo-choo-choo mind, the buck stops here. Turn the mind of attention onto itself. Suplex your own mind and become aware of the awareness. You have been asleep for too long. You have been eating out of dumpsters, garbage cans. You've been consuming your own feces continuously. Your intelligence has suffered. You've basically reached the point of being hopeless and helpless. This is the wake-up call to get up, to rise up. To rise up beyond your filth. You replaced the fridge with the toilet. You replace the toilet with the fridge. You have found yourself with a rotten brain and a rotten mind because of never-ending ignorance and attachment. It's time to wake up from the wrong mind, from the bad mind. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time. No more games here. Rise up. Rise up. Beyond the toilet. Beyond overeating. You've been eating too much. You've been consuming too much TikTok videos, Facebook videos. You've been thinking about nonsense thoughts. You haven't become aware enough of your own mind to see that you've created a methane factory in your brain. You have fed the brain parasites for too long, and they have gained dominion over your intelligence. Your intelligence has been locked down by the brain parasites of your greediness, your frustrationness, and your stupidity. Your stupid nonsense thinking. What is stupid nonsense thinking? Dualistic thinking. Holy Bosabasa, wake up, rise up. Wake up. It's time to wake up to the nature. We're not going to practice any fat phobia here, okay? It's okay to be a big fat idiot. I've talked a lot about this in the past. There's ultimately nothing wrong with being a big fat idiot. There's nothing wrong with being greedy. There's nothing wrong with being angry. There's nothing wrong with being delusional. But you have to determine how you want to live your life. It is the nature of attachment. It's the nature of primordial ignorance. To be a big fat idiot. What is it to be big? What is it to be fat? What is it to be an idiot? Why do we apply good and bad, right and wrong connotations to everything and everyone constantly? Why are we always taking a stand about what's right and what's wrong? Can we take a stand on non-thinking? It's time to reach zero. This is all about developing our relationship with zero. With realizing that we don't have to take the test. That there is no test. That there is no absolute right or absolute wrong. But that life is like this. Consciousness is like this. The ultimate reality is like this. And when you make your thoughts up about what's reality, when you make your thoughts up about what's life, you're just talking a bunch of nonsense. You're just thinking a bunch of nonsense. You're just yapping. Yap, 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 yap. I have an opinion. Yep, 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 yep. Breathe. 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 Cut off the thinking. Breathe. Breathe. No more thinking. No more knowing. No more understanding. No more being the boss. Breathe. We do the breathe when the infection is deep. You think this is a joke, you think this is a game. But in fact, this is your home. This is your true home. I have arrived. Sing with me, Ashton. I know you know this one. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. In the now. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now, in the now. I am solid. I am free. I am solid. am free. In the ultimate I dwell. In the ultimate I dwell. Boom, boom. W's in the chat, everybody. Let's stop playing around. Let's get serious. And let's get your likes in the chat. Share this video with your grandma. Share this video with your crew. We're sending this video out to all crews live with W's, with big ups to Bumbleclot Man and to everybody out there. We're going for the full Monty. W's in the chat, everybody. W's in the chat. Good, good everybody. Now we're starting to get a hang of this. Now how about over here? We're slowly transitioning into a full power engagement. So you cut and resolve the perpetual thinking in the mind. You offer the resolution, offer the ending to what you think about what's happening right now. So what is your experience like if it's not based in what you think about what's happening right here and now? Meditating on sound is just awareness as is. So with awareness as is, there's a lot of sound there. There's all kinds of sound there. But awareness is not about something in particular. And it doesn't matter what's happening in awareness. That is not something particular ever. There's no such thing as something particular. We say this is a red hat. Well, where did this red hat come from? Universal cause and effect from all time continuously. Zoop. And how does it exist now? It exists according to the causes and conditions of the environment. So everything is like that. The idea that you have of yourself as a separate being, as a person carrying a story, is 100% an illusion. It's not real. It's never been real. It's not accurate. It's a conditional phenomena. And it's a conditional phenomena that does not have independence. Everything is interdependent. And nothing is describable as a story, except a story. And a story is just a story. And as a young person, this is one of the problems in our society. we're not taking on any responsibility to be a good person. We're not taking on any responsibility to be generous. We're not taking on any responsibility to be contemplative, creative, dynamic. It's just money and consumption. What else do you have in your life besides money and consumption and how you act out in the world as a degenerate? You better have a good answer for that. It's not about there being a I'm going to be the judge or somebody with puppet strings is in control and we've got to figure out who or what that is and who's right and who's wrong. It's not about that. You just better have a good answer. You purge dualistic thinking from the mind. You purge complicated thinking from the mind. You end, resolve, detach from the importance that you give to fake made-up words and phrases that you are using to define reality, to control others, to influence the situation, etc. Jesus is just a word. Buddha is just a word. Words, phrases, sounds. You feel the emotion in your heart? Who says that's your heart? That's reality. That's life. That's real life. Okay? If you're wandering around, you never know who might be standing next to you. Might be somebody who's a real kung fu master. And for whatever reason, they're out of control, and you say, this is my heart. Ah! You're walking along on the street, the kung fu master's right there. Pull out, easy. It's relatively easy to remove a human's heart from their body. That's the reality that we have to deal with in our lives. That is the instability of the body. Okay? And the same way of the mind. Unstable, changing. What is not changing is our awareness. Our capacity to be aware. That's where our meditation is. And just being aware. There you go, Jimbo. There you go. Thumbs up. People really, I tell you, people really don't understand how much their intelligence is restricted by their utter poop eating addiction. The moment we stop eating poop, I'll tell you this, usually I charge to tell people this. The moment that we stop eating poop, our intelligence immediately opens up. Now, what is the poop that I'm talking about? The poop that I'm talking about is I know. I-K-N-O-W. Once you stop eating the poop of I know out of the toilet bowl of attachment to the body and attachment to the mind, attachment to physical experiences and attachment to mental experiences, that you excrete all of this knowing into, and you eat it up. I know, I know, I know. The moment you begin to say, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't know where this guy is. I don't really know what's going on right now. I don't know what Buddhism actually is. I don't know much about meditation. I don't know much about Vietnamese people. I don't know much about how the weather's going to be today. I don't know much about the planet Earth. I don't know much about the universe. I don't know. And until you learn to say, I don't know, you won't be able to realize that it's less important how this feces got into your mouth, and it's more important to just stop. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I'll be right back. Everybody on TikTok, please go onto YouTube, the YouTube channel, for a very exclusive session that's about to happen. Hop into the YouTube channel because I'm about to go to the bathroom and I'm going to turn off this TikTok live stream, and you won't want to miss what's about to happen next. So hop over to YouTube. I'm always telling people to do that, and they're always watching on TikTok. The YouTube channel is Monk Life Meditation. Leave a like, put a W, let people know you came over from TikTok and you're for real about these things. And we're going to keep moving. I'm moving out. This is getting shut down right now. Everything's changing right now. This is going to be a big change. Oh my God. Okay, friends, so let's have some time for Q&A. You have any questions about this? And we'll see what comes up. Yeah, I've experienced ayahuasca, and not the toad venom one, but I've experienced that before. How do you become a monk? You get serious about meditation and Buddhism, you know. That's the most important thing. If you get serious about meditation and Buddhism, then it's certainly possible for you to become a monk. The main motivators that people have these days is just money. So young people are growing up socially and culturally and like with their family environment where the only point of meaning in their lives is them making money, finding a way to make money, or, you know, to kind of pleasure themselves. And they're basically learning nothing else. I'm not a monk right now, but many monks do have social media. Yeah, tons of monks have social media. I don't have any family here. My family is just this community. And who is around me right now is my present moment family. Depends on each person. And so this is one of the major systematic mind viruses of the present day, is people give authority in their mind to views and perceptions and concepts that have nothing to do with direct experience. So meditation helps us learn to stop doing that, because you see how kind of crazy your mind is, how wild and out of control your mind is. So you don't just base your thoughts, or you don't give authority to ideas or concepts that aren't based in direct lived experience. And this is one of the number one stupidity, kind of poop head stupidity factors that is facing American people all over the world. Western American kind of people having a stoop head poop virus of giving authority to thoughts and beliefs and concepts that they don't have a direct experience with. And then the other side is just degeneracy. And the reason that a lot of children or young people or whoever act out in this way of negativity or toxicity is because they've never been taught meaning. They've never been taught the importance of generosity. They've never been taught the importance of being a good person. They've never been taught that it's more important to make merit than it is to make money. Because if you do good, you have a good effect in your life. If you do bad, you have a bad effect in your life. Don't even try it. Don't try it. Okay? Don't try it. Don't try it. Okay. How do I take the first step in joining a Sangha? Well, the first thing, and this is always what I encourage people to do, is you really check into your own intentionality. Do you actually really want to get involved with Buddhism or get involved with a Sangha? And how real is that for you? You know, question that for yourself. How seriously interested am I in enlightenment or Buddhism or meditation or spirituality? And then when you feed that interest and that sincerity, now you can start to take steps from that kind of ball of energy that you generate. So now you go to visit a Buddhist temple near you, or you look for a Plum Village Sangha near you, or you try to join a meditation retreat, or you go to visit Thai. I mean, there's just so many options, frankly. So I can give you an option. I can tell you what to do, but for you to be in a mindset to be receptive to that is very rare and uncommon. You know, so if you want me to find a Buddhist temple in your area and recommend you go to it, sure, I'll do that. But you have to start by being grounded enough in non-thought. People who are not grounded in non-thought are basically boo-boo. Their wires are crossed. They see things in reverse. They see simplicity as complexity. They see authenticity as inauthenticity. They see direct speech as being indirect speech. No, I'm not going to go too much into drug experiences, but it's fair enough to say that ayahuasca is a very powerful medicine or drug, depending on how you use it, and it's very intense, and you have to be careful about any kind of spiritual medicines or taking psychedelics. Kale says, do you feel like you have been authentically reaching and connecting with people in this online space over the years? Sure. Seems that way to me, for better or for worse. My life has been primarily so everything that goes on in myself, positive and negative, you know, I'm not an idealistic person or some kind of enlightened spiritual guru. I'm a normal person, right? But all of my life as a monk was primarily concerned with the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the spiritual path. And I was around spiritual teachers and around the Sangha. And so me putting myself out there just brought people into what I was mainly concerned with, which was the spiritual Buddhist meditation path as a monk. So, and it's all based on generosity. So I feel that there's a lot of limits to generosity in online spaces. So like the ability for me to put myself out there, this is deeper. This is more than just me writing a post or leaving a comment or giving a text, right? This is giving the whole body and mind. And I think it's important for us to understand that spiritual teachings or advice or connecting with another human being isn't just hearing their voice or seeing them or writing comments back and forth, but it's a mind to mind, it's a lived experience, you know what I mean? And so I try to offer that lived experience that's connected with the path and awakening to nothing. Humbly bosa, walking to Mechawaka, what's wake up, hey you We're gonna be getting more tribal here soon. And we are already. So put some W's in the chats, leave a like, share with your grandma. We've got to get out of the scrolling mindset, you know, scrolling on TikTok all the time. It's just not that good for us. We have to know how to step back. That stepping back is everything, you know, and there's a real difference in the kind of content we're watching because so many of, I mean, look, people are crazy. And I'm one of the craziest, so I can tell you that, okay, for certain. And what I can say about being flipped out like that is that it is suffering. You know, you're right. You've got an eye into it. It's suffering. And if you're constantly consuming, taking in this energy of people who are suffering and are deluded and are greedy or angry, you're also going to be affected by that. So reduce and relieve. Reduce and relieve yourself from scrolling on TikTok all the time. And the more that you learn to step back is the important part. So I'm here in Vietnam, but I can step back from this being Vietnam. This isn't Vietnam. This is my direct experience that doesn't have any letters in it. It just is what it is. Natural meditation. That's what I emphasize to be teaching here. Natural meditation. You meditate or you get out. You don't leave a comment if you don't meditate. You don't say a word if you don't meditate. Hayano mosa, hayano mobosa, yakunu ayacha, wakina ayacha, wo. It's great, Kat. Good job. We're here to reach the children. This is all about the children, reaching the children.
Đi hết đi chuyện của nhà. Coi sửa đi có chịu tâm mà tâm đi luôn mà. Không thì về nghỉ chân tiếng thôi đi rồi đi. Đi rồi không? Chứ phải gì mấy gì đó, chút cái đi lưới đi liền. Đúng rồi. Đặc biệt rồi là cũng không đi rồi. Đi chơi mà đâu phải đi ngủ. Ở trung tâm diễn tiếng tiếng rưỡi đi. Dạ vậy tiếng đó thấy gặp nhà nhiều cảnh để chụp hình lắm hay không? À, dạ gặp thì nó nữa đó. Dạ đẹp phải xấu đâu. Máy không, thuê máy vậy thấy không? Mai đi xe máy đó, phải xe hơi đâu? Thất lạc, tao mày bạn đồ không biết chứ. Cho bạn nghỉ. Qua thì sớm, 2 ngày đây tổng 4 mấy vậy đó. Nhìn là biết rồi. Hôm nay đây ăn uống rồi đây cảm giác ngán khác này. Ăn uống rồi đi. Có. Chung á, đi vườn hoa thì bạn lỡ chút, đi cửa nhiều thì bạn cầu chút. Đúng, chính xác. Không phải là đi vườn hoa mà đi vườn mặt còn mở cái gai giòn, nó chung vậy mình hiểu không? Không cắt. Mấy người giòn như vậy. Đúng rồi. Nó đi điện nào trước, nó ngầu. Nó đi điện nào trước. Lên trước đây, lên đi điện nào. Thì trên đi có nghe mà. Cầm trước rồi, cầm mở trước đi. Để đồ. Cứ gọi là cái chỗ cuối cùng mình đi trước khi mình ở đây á. Có gì đây mình ấy rồi. Người mặc đồ ngầu xíu. Cái chỗ này lần nó to lắm. Nó là cái khu chạy to lắm. Phải đưa thêm 2 ảo đồng. Khu đó rất là rộng luôn đi. Thì có thấy to nha.
Đấy, nghe rồi đó, khu nó rất rộng, nó nhiều khu phải cửa lưỡi không? Cái khu này khu kia này
nhiều
chân á.
bự lắm. Buổi con mét nữa. Ủa đấy phải là con ngựa không đâu. Thì vô là cả buổi. Rồi mới ra được. Đi đâu chứ?
Đi đâu lắm, cái đó đâu đi ra liền đâu đó.
Ăn cơm được đâu nha. Đó cái chịu á. Thì ăn cơm mà đi chỗ học mà để trước đi đơn giản trước đi. Trường rồi đó. Rồi đi cùng đi.
Đó là mấy đóng rồi.
Đi bữa mai thì bữa trước.
Rồi bữa ăn cơm.
Đúng rồi,
Phải ăn
đi
cơm.
đó.
Đi đó. Đi theo đồ xăng trong đâu người ta được cả hết thành phố Đà Lạt đó.
Chỗ này gì?
Đó là cái hương. Đó, ngay trước mình xong ăn cơm xong rồi về đi ra chỗ đó. Ra chỗ đó này đi đâu á? Biết đó là cái vùng đó, chỗ đó là chiều cô chốt chiều nay. Ồ, đẹp chị vậy. Cô đó đồng ý tôi thú rồi mà. Cô đó một cái buổi á, chẳng á, mà đi một chỗ đâu.
Mấy làm khu nhỏ trong đó thôi đó.
Đó. Ghê á. Ghê, đồ đẹp quá ha.
Người ta đưa 100.000 ra cái clip luôn phải không?
It's not appropriate. Let's do a 5-minute timeout.
Không thì á. Không thì mình chỗ đó nó cũng bán đồ ăn nữa.
What do I have to say about this?
Không, ăn chậu. Bây giờ con đi phường thành phố, phường Trung Lương, trước đi, cái vòng phố Đà Lạt nè, vòng đây để mà chụp hình xong đi ăn cơm. Ăn cơm xong rồi mình muốn nghỉ ngơi chút thì nghỉ không đi đó luôn.
Cơm bữa nay một chín mà đó nhớ không? Cơm mà
đó mẹ con đi em ăn hả?
không, cơm này khác.
Cơm một chín đó là ăn chút.
We have a question from a friend of mine. Still a child teaching children. Well, that's the best way, isn't it? And I'm very happy that you're doing that, Shelley, in whatever capacity you are. So I just received a question from someone here. What is the one largest hindrance from anatta, or for no self, for you? For me, it is the need for self-reliance and dependence, and for recognition from the other of my hard-earned skill and knowledge. Maybe I do the good meditation, but the people don't see, so they think I don't practice and tell me to go away. This is the part of the self that is difficult for me to put down. How about you? The reason that the song goes like this: I have arrived, I am home in the here and in the now, is because this is all the self actually has. This right here and this right now. So remember, remember, remember. Remember who you truly are. And this kind of kicks the legs out from under the self-narrative that builds itself up over time. So just let go of that narrative of self and be open to everything as it is, again and again and again, right here and right now. Okay, we can practice meditation together.
Vậy là xíu sủi làm răng trước. Xíu làm răng trước, xíu làm răng.
Ăn thì ăn uống chứ tỉnh chứ chữa chụp hình với em tao chữa ăn quá. Đâu, ông kinh 3 giờ hả? Ông kinh sớm đi nha, đi sớm á. Đi vô đó lâu lắm á, không ra được đâu. Ăn cơm trưa xong bạn đi. Vô đó lâu lắm, vô tới chiều á.
Không, giờ mình nghĩ liền mặt luôn á. Thì nghĩ đi, mà đi ra ghế điều 200 tiếng, nói chuyện xíu đi rồi
And as each of us practice seriously, in our own way, on our own, seriously with like freedom, we practice freely, limitlessly, not like some kind of contrived tight practice. But as we practice like that, not just for ourselves, not just with ourselves, but with everyone. We practice like that together with everything, together with everyone. It's not even a practice, it's just limitless in nature.
Sáng qua Lâm Đồng á, 5 giờ sáng là phải quá trời luôn nghe. Đông nó mới 5 giờ sáng nè. Nghe. Đi bộ vòng vòng nghe. Bây giờ có đông lắm. Không khí nó trong lành người ta. Dòng sáng ra thấy không khí nó khác hẳn ở đây liền. Và cái giấc ngủ cũng sâu hơn mà ăn cũng ngon hơn.
Each breath, each moment of meditation is beyond meditation. We're using the mind to go beyond the mind. We're using sounds to go beyond sounds. We're using sensations of the body to go beyond sensations of the body. Everything, everything. Freely, together with everything, freely. No need to describe, just to accept what is already there. There's not really anything in particular, but just aware. Anything, just aware. Letting it lead to or arise from wherever it already is. Go the full way. Go all the way. Go all the way. Breathe in as deeply as you need to maintain attention. Be serious about this. Be really, really serious about this. No joking around. No playing games.
Rồi á. Đó là
Mẹ ăn hỏi gì?
Serious in the way of limitless.
Bác ơi, bé đi thứ bảy đi Đà Lạt rồi, thứ bảy mới về đến tối.
Limitless freedom to experience what is already here, right now, continuously.
Bác gọi nhá. Bác gọi.
With the quality of just awareness. Just aware.
Chưa, đang ngồi cà phê chờ phòng, có ai hết trơn rồi. Trời ơi, chuyến xe gì bạn đi 2 giờ xe chạy tới 8 giờ mới tới hay sao? Trời ơi, đi 6 tiếng một đêm mà ban ngày mới tiếp. Trời ơi, đi kiểu dài biết nằm trên xe đi thấy cũng đi mà.
The most important teaching here is that we detach. Don't try to control. Don't try to manage. Don't try to understand. And we apply that directly, freely, and limitlessly. Meditation, no meditation. Expectation, no expectation. Loud sound, quiet sound. Comfortable environment, not comfortable environment. Foot that works, broken foot. Everything. Eyes closed without being closed. Eyes open without being open. Just aware. Not about predator or prey, but really to be here now. People need to be very, very careful about what they say here. Very careful about their mental actions. Very careful about their physical actions of the body. Very careful about the mental actions in their mind. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Don't disrespect your own curiosity. This is where a lot of this aggression comes from the young people. They've been trained against their own instincts. They've been trained against their own capacity to be curious and explorative. They've been whipped and abused and institutionalized to memorize a standard of ways of thinking about things. That everything can be put into a book. Now stop here. You stop those actions. I'm going to count down from 10. If it gets to that degree. Because we're not going to be able to meditate. We're not going to be able to meditate controlling the environment. You see? Your meditation is never going to allow you to control the environment. It's never going to allow you to control the body. It's not going to allow you to control mental phenomena or to control physical phenomena. So we have to learn to detach. Really, we have to practice to be willing to detach moment by moment. Okay. Let's come together to practice sincere and wholehearted meditation. Who's ready? Who's ready to meditate? Leave a like if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you're ready to meditate, and let's do this together. This is really going to be a good time. We're going to, hey, if meditation is satanic, we're going to go all the way to hell and we're going to talk to the big guy himself. Everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Are you ready? Ooh, are you ready to meditate? Here we go. Time for meditation. So let's turn off all the complicated thinking of our mind. You shut up. It's kind of like you go somewhere, maybe you've been on a long journey, and now you're going to a place for respite. There's some kind of really nice coffee shop, or it's just a nice, comfortable place, right? And when you go in there, you're you're chatting, you're talking, then the person says, shut your mouth, shut up, shut up. And you're like, because it's raining outside, you don't want to rest. You're not actually coming here to talk. You're coming here to get into that meditation experience. So shut up. And then we can find our meditation position. Shut that mouth. And of course, meditation is very, very happy, very lovely, very wonderful. So we can find our comfortable, stable meditation position. And most important is, of course, the position of the mind. And the position of the mind for meditation is a lot of openness. Just blatant openness. And also a little bit of rebel. Because you know the naughty ones, you know a lot of even the influencers, the muscular men, the sexy ladies, they're not ready to meditate. The culture doesn't teach, doesn't support, doesn't facilitate the practice of meditation, so we rebel. We go against the grain. We go towards tribal roots. We have to feel motivated and inspired as a Westerner. In the Asian culture, they do out of obligation. They have a kind of an internal knowledge about the importance of doing this practice to bring benefit to themselves, to others. And they identify as the Buddhists, so they have the obligation to practice seriously. We, as a Westerner, we don't really have so much of that obligation. We're always looking for, someone to sell us something. We love to be sold to, right? We love to be lubed up, right, for us to give our time and energy to something. But this is a matter of generosity. So you just have to be inspired enough and motivated enough and open enough to enter into this space of, basically nothing at all. And if you do need meditation instructions, just connect the body to the mind through focusing on your breathing. Feel the connection between the body and mind. And then just relax. Relax and be aware. Let's sit together for 40 minutes. We'll start and end with the sound of the bell. Meditate. Just remember not to fall into any kind of sleepiness. Really stay aware during the whole meditation. Awake and aware, relaxed. And instead of looking for anything, just become more clearly and clearly just aware. Don't listen to your stupid mind playing tricks, leading this way and another. Just detach from mental phenomena, detach from physical phenomena. Just be aware. Be aware without seeking. Whatever it is, just aware. Notice any drowsiness or any tension, and just naturally come back to just being aware without preference, without sinking, without rising, just being aware without seeking. The body can make a lot of noise. The mind can make a lot of noise. Just let noise be noise. Just be aware. Freedom and awareness. No expectation. Reality is just reality. This is just this. The whole shebang. Just being aware. Don't try to do anything. Don't even try to meditate. Sometimes we get agitated or sleepy, so just notice that and come back to center, come back to just being aware. You don't need to sit perfectly still or be super concentrated. Just make sure that you're aware, present, not seeking anything. If agitation gets really bad, you can lay down. If sleepiness gets really bad, you can stand up. But it's better if you can just adjust your position a little bit, mental and physical, to be open, relaxed, and aware with what's here. You may be able to see in that moment that the name of the property or area where you live on a map is just as real as this story that you've created about your life based on words and phrases and this name. So do you want to live on the map, or do you want to live in the real world, here and now? Can bring a smile to our face, gentle smile. There's so many traumas in the world and in ourselves, things that we can't control, we can't change. Now's the time when we let that go. We have to let it go. because the idea of ourselves is just like a knot, to be untied, unraveled, to be seen through. Then and only then, when we see through the knots of ideas that we have about ourselves and the world, can we become the change-making awareness. Beyond, beyond, beyond. Beyond something and nothing. Special technique of ignoring the mind. Don't take it seriously. Don't take it any way at all. Just ignore it. Okay. How is everyone's meditation? Any questions? They say the mind is a vampire, and your mind will be a vampire if you don't learn to practice the meditation to free out the mind, free out involvements. No such thing as meditation, period. This is just like a exercise. It's like confusing the paintings we make as children with the crowns with the real thing. The real thing, the real meditation is, this is it. Okay? I'm freestyling and free wilding here in the moment. Can't you feel this heart beating here and now? Remote viewing is just another word for schizophrenia. Okay? Nothing wrong with being gay. Nothing wrong with saying hey to the kids out there who've been going the wrong way. We got to start from where we stop to find a new place to be free from our suffering. And that's what this is all about. Akashic Records is another name for looking in your toilet to find something good to eat. Okay? Schizophrenia is very common. You're looking for remote viewing in the Akashic Records, but I'm here to tell you that the real remote view is your own two eyes here and now. And the real Akashic Records is your heart beating right here and now. Buddhism with a hint of funk, you got it. You like to have fun? You like to learn how to be cool on the edge of the new trends? Welcome to the right place. For all the kids out there that always wanted to be the cool kid, I'll teach you how. I'll take you from a goofy to an OG. There's no such thing as time. Time is just a thought in your mind. It's a way of looking at the world, but it's not the world itself. It's time to go from a goofy to an OG, a real cool guy. It's time to go from being naughty to being cool in the world. Everyone come together, let's breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, Roman, you have to go on timeout. Maybe 5 minutes timeout. That's my favorite part of the Eightfold Path, is putting you in timeout. Yeah, I've been to hell too. It's not a fun place. It's possible, Hashim, it's possible. I've been there. I'm here to tell the tale. Okay, goodbye everybody. See you soon. Don't forget to breathe and let go.